We're gonna work some self-defense escapes if someone is grabbing your shirt. Okay, so if they're grabbing your shirt, there's different techniques depending on how they're grabbing. Okay, so if they're grabbing with their wrist neutral, I can do either of the techniques. But if they're grabbing with their palm facing up, knuckles up, yeah, like they're trying to lift you up and yeah, bully you like that. I'm gonna take my two thumbs, they're gonna go right on the back of his hands here. I'm gonna grab the fat part of his hand, his palm, okay? I'm gonna rotate his wrist out. So you see his upper body rotate as I do that, okay? Because there's pressure on his wrist, he rotates to relieve the pressure. Now, as I rotate him here, I'm gonna step across and trip him. You gotta fall. I know, I understand. So fall. Keep falling. Then you relieve the pressure.
Okay. I thought you were doing something.
Right. Oh, baby, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna work an escape if somebody's grabbing your shirt. Okay, there's different variations depending on how they're grabbing. If they're grabbing with one arm and they're twisting their knuckles up, like they're trying to elevate you and lift you up, I'm gonna grab his hand, my thumbs go on the bottom of his hand, on his back of his hand, and my 8 fingers go on top by the fat part of his palm right there. Okay, I can then start to use my upper body and twist his wrist, okay? If he doesn't move anywhere, he's gonna tap, you see? But everyone's gonna move so they can relieve pressure. As he moves, I just step in front, flip his leg, and take him down for like a Tyler Toshi style takedown. Okay. Now, if he's grabbing with his palm facing down, right, like he's trying to stiff arm you and kind of push you and punch you with his grip, I do the same grips, palms down, except now my thumb is no longer on the back of his hand, it's on the fat part of his hand. So I just kind of reverse where my hands are oriented on his. Now I'm gonna step across the other direction. So I step across and my elbow goes up and I trap this arm here, okay? So when I trap his arm, I want to swallow as much of his arm as I can and I lock my elbow down. So I'm up in his armpit with my body. Okay, here I can apply a couple of different submissions. One is the arm bar. I make my armpit heavy and I'm gonna elevate his arm here. Okay, and then another one is I can go for a wrist lock. I bend his wrist and I bend his fingers towards his forearm. Now, final shirt grab escape that we're gonna practice is if they're grabbing with both hands, okay? If they grab with both hands, I can step in and I can trap his arms because he's grabbing me, so he's giving me an opportunity to trap his own arms. So my hands come in, I reach up so that I can then come over the top and trap his arms here, locking my elbows down. I'm gonna pick a side. As you see, my head's already on this side, so I'm going to rotate that direction, trip his foot, take him down, and finish on top.